to this over in Group D. Of course, Australia taking on the Danes with an outside shot to get themselves through to the knockout stages. Win and you're in. That's all it boils down to. But until then, guys, we'll take a look next. That's right, folks. Bam's giving another preview video. Of course, take a look at Group D action. The Soccerinos up against the Danes. Of course, who's going to take it in hand? Of course, and get through to the last 16. We'll take a look at it, all of it, in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button, bang on all things Denmark related, Australia related, World Cup related. We got it all here, boys. Under one Rooski. Who's your tip to get through to the knockout stages? Let me know down below. And of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons. Let's get into it then, shall we? Here we go. Of course, previewing the game. Of course, coming out to the Al Janoub Stadium. Of course, on the 30th of November. It's Australia. It's Denmark. It's a bit of a zinger indeed. Of course, Australia coming to this though, qualifying as winners of the playoff, beating Peru amongst others in the process. 13th of June 2022 was the date. Six tournaments in the past. 2018 was the last. They've been on a streak of 5 in a row. Of course, round of 16 was their best back in 2006. Graham Arnold was the gaffer. Of course, Aaron Moy for me is the VIP. 9-4 to qualify at the start. 250-1 to lift the pissing thing at the end. Let's take a look now, of course, at their resume so far prior to the World Cup. Big wins over UAE, Peru, New Zealand, a couple of wins there. They did lose to France quite heavily, and that kind of could have knocked the confidence there for Australia, but they bounced back with an important win against Tunisia, which could actually put them on the brink. A draw or more, I think, it will get them there. So it's a great result for them, and of course, they put themselves in second spot right now. So a draw or more, of course, that's all I think. So they basically do not lose. Do not lose this game. The Socceroos will go through at the expense of Denmark. So that, and we'll talk about the Danes' journey so far in a second. But of course, as you can see, it looks pretty good, pretty picture perfect for Australia at the moment. But of course, what about the personnel that's going to be involved to get them to the next stage? Well, here come the squad itself. We've got the likes of Matthew Ryan between the sticks. Andrew Redmayne will be the man later on if they can get to the knockout stages, into the penalties and beyond. Of course, he's the penalty king. Suter at the back there, of course. We got Carl Rouse has been alongside him for the most part. Riley McCree, of course. Craig Goodwin with the goal. Moy, my main man. We've got like Sock Boy, Jason Cummins, and Jamie McLaren, former Rover. Take a look at the squad then, shall we, for this game? We've got Ryan between six, Special on the left-hand side. Rouse, Suter, Kalicic, with Godwin, Moy, Irvine, Leckie, McCree, and Duke. Why change a winning system, of course, when they picked up a monster result against Tunisia? Take a look at, of course, their opponents, the Danes. They're experienced, of course. They've been together. They're a unit. They're a team. They kept this on the back of a 2-1 loss, though, against France. Of course, they opened up with a 0-0 draw against Tunisia. But prior to that, they were on a nice, good run, or decent run anyway, against some real stern opposition. Can they find it within themselves? Qualifiers Group F winners of UEFA, 12th of October 2021. 6 tournaments in the past. 2018 was the last. 2 tournaments in a row. Quarterfinals, though, back in 98 was their best. Kasper Hoejman, the manager, of course. Christian Eriksen, VIP. 7-4 on for, of course, Denmark at the start, 28-1 to go the distance. They could be the flop of the tournament. That's what they're up there anyway, alongside Germany. But what I mean by that is that if they fail to get a result here against Australia, they crash out. A lot of people tipped the Danes to be their next best thing, but so far they've had a shit show. Then the draw against Tunisia has been the highlight. They did get a goal against the Frenchies, but of course it's not good enough as it stands. But a win still could actually put the Danes over Australia into that second spot. And of course, all will be forgiven in the knockout stages, of course. But they've got to get there first, and they've got to do it the hard way against the Tunisia side, who are trying to avoid another loss here. But anyway, of course, this is the team. Of course, Schmeichel, of course, at the back there with Joachim Andersen, Simon Kajar. The captain wasn't featured in the last game. Holsberg, Eriksson, Skoff, Wass as well up top. We've got Braithwaite, Dolberg, Poulsen, and Wind. To me, I think they've been a lackluster up top. So I've gone with a bit of a weird 11 here. We've got Schmeichel, Kajar, Christensen, Anderson, Mahler, Eriksson, Holsberg, Christensen, Damsgaard, Braithwaite, Dolberg. You've still got the likes of Poulsen, Jonas Vind, Cornelius to come on if they need it. But it is pretty much win or bust for the Danes. They have played each other 4 times in 2007, 1 with Australia, 2 wins for Denmark, 1 draw. Of course, Australia, they're winning 5 of the last 6, 83% form for them right now. The Danes, just 1 win and 4 for them, 42% form for them heading into this. The biggest win for Denmark over Australia, a 2-0 win. The only win for Australia was a 1-0 win for them. I did put a vote out there, and the vote looks like this. Denmark 74% favoured to win the game. Australia 91% 90% with the draw at 7%. But the odds of the bookies right here, right now, we've got Australia 2-1 to win at 6-1. Actually, 2-1 on is the Danes, 6-1 is the Australia, 3-1 is the draw. Of course, to qualify, of course, the Australians are coming at you 13-8 to qualify, 101 to win the group. Denmark 50-8 on to qualify, but of course cannot win the group. And the odds to lift the trophy at the end of it, Australia 350-1, the Danes at 60-1, of course. But for me, going to go with this one, 2-0 win for Denmark. They've not really been here at this World Cup, but of course they're going to end the group stage with a flurry and hopefully through to the last 16. That's of course my take. Of course, make sure you subscribe, thumbs up, hit the little bell. We go again all the way through to the final. And that is it.